Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited that you have stopped by today. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ivy and we're going to cook some easy weeknight meals. I am a busy mama, so it has to be quick for me. I don't have a lot of time to mess around, so we do quick easy meals around here. So each of these takes about 30 minutes, give or take, with extra cook time, and I think you'll enjoy them all. So let's get started. First up, creamy chicken noodle soup. You're going to need a bag of Rame's noodles. Those are in the freezer section. A couple of frozen chicken breasts, thighs, whatever you want, chicken legs, 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, some butter, which you need a whole stick of butter, and I like adding carrots to mine. You could also use some chicken stock, but I end up using bouillon. You'll see that later on. So we put the chicken into the water. You saw I washed my hands. Always wash your hands after touching raw chicken. And so I'm going to turn it on pretty high heat just to get it going there. Put in some salt, pepper. I think I put in some garlic powder and onion powder. And then just let it do its thing. Let it boil and cook the chicken down. If it's frozen, it should take about 45 minutes or so, depending on how big the meat is that you're using. Here it is all cooked. I'm pulling it out and going ahead and just breaking it up a little bit so that it cools down faster. I turned off my broth just so I can cut up my carrots, get them peeled, cleaned up, chopped real thin, nice little round pieces. The carrots are going to cook pretty fast because they're so small, so you don't want that broth going the whole time. Once you're about done, go ahead and turn the broth back on. I added in, again, like I said, some bouillon, some water, just to bring it up to a nice level of liquid. But if you don't want to do that, you can certainly use chicken broth to add to the stock that made whenever you cooked your chicken. Once that comes up to a boil, go ahead and add your butter in so that can get melted. We're going to add 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. Get that all stirred in nice and well combined. Then we're going to go ahead and add in our noodles. These are frozen, so you want to add them in so they have plenty of time to cook down and just kind of take out some of that doughy flavor that it has. While those are cooking down, I go ahead and shred up my chicken and start adding it back into the pot. Once it's all well combined, just give it a nice good last stir and you're done. Serve it up and enjoy. Look at that steam coming off of there. Doesn't it just look like a warm, cozy bowl of soup? This is so delicious. You're going to love it. Next up, Parmesan Chicken. This is a recipe I kind of developed years ago, just out of my pantry. You're going to need some Ritz crackers, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning added to those. I have 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts there. They're pretty thin, so you may adjust accordingly. You've got some butter and some shredded Parmesan and pasta sauce. So as you saw, I crushed up the Ritz crackers and I'm seasoning it with those seasonings there. Add in the Parmesan cheese, give it a nice little mix. Then we're going to slice up the chicken in just some portion-sized pieces. We're going to dip it in the butter and then dredge it into the Ritz cracker mixture. I like to top the chicken with some of the extra cracker crumbs just to give it that extra little crust on top. I like the crust, it's delicious. I did not record it, but I put it in the oven at 400 degrees and about 20 minutes, depending on the thickness of your chicken. You may have to go a little bit longer. While it's going, I'm making just a salad, somewhat of an Olive Garden copycat, just a green. We use spinach here, tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots. Scotty doesn't like cucumbers, so I have to put those separate. And then just put some black olives and top it off with some Parmesan cheese and Olive Garden dressing. Always make sure to temp check your chicken, make sure you get it up to the right temperature, and that's what I'm doing here. It's good to go. So we are going to top it with some marinara sauce of choice. I use the roasted garlic and herb. And then you can use pre-shredded mozzarella cheese, any mozzarella cheese you would like. I just happen to have cheese sticks, so that's what I'm using, and I'm just grating it back over the top of it. And then back in the oven to melt up that cheese. While I was making the salad, I also boiled some spaghetti noodles, and I'm just making a bed of spaghetti to lay the chicken parm on, putting it in there just to warm it back up from that sauce and melt the cheese. And here is our finished product. Doesn't it look delicious? Chicken parm is one of Scotty's favorite meals, so I figured I would learn how to make it at home, and this is the quick, easy way to do it, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. And lastly, we have some venison burgers. So of course you're going to need some buns, some french fries if you want a side there, 2 pounds of ground venison, and 1 pound of breakfast sausage, and that's actually 2, so we're going to cut that one in half. So I'm taking off my watch and my rings here because I'm going to mix this meat up with my hands. I know that grosses some people out, but you can use your KitchenAid or wear some gloves or whatever you need to do. So I'm going to season this with some McCormick's garlic and herb seasoning, and then the Cavender's is actually going to go on later, and you'll see that. So along with the McCormick's, just some salt and pepper, get your seasoning in there, and then just do a good thorough mix with your hands, get it all well incorporated. Wash your hands after you touch raw meat, and wash them really, really good. Then you're going to lay out some wax paper. I usually try and pre-prep all my sheets that I think I'm going to need to pad out my patties. That way you can just move them around as you need to. Once all of my patties are patted all the way out, I'm going to wash my hands really good again and get the Cavender's put on, and then head out to the grill. So right here, I've got some cooking oil on a paper towel, and I'm just rubbing the grill down. That way the burgers don't stick. It also cleans off that last little bit of gunk before you put it on there. So I am laying the patties Cavender's side down. You saw the little clip there. I went wash my hands again, I promise. And then put Cavender's on the opposite side. So these are going to stay on the grill for about 5 to 8 minutes on this first side, depending on how thick you've got them. At about 300 degrees, 350, 400, whatever your grill ends up being. While they're on for the first little bit, I'm going to cut up my toppings: tomato, onion, lettuce. One thing about venison burgers, you want to make sure not to overcook them because they will get dried out. That's why you mix the sausage in, so that it gives it some of that fat to keep it from drying out. I just said 5 more minutes there. While that's going, I'm going to cut up some avocado to put on there. That little trick is awesome. Just pound the knife down into the pit, twist it, and pull it out. It comes right out every single time. Here we go again. Isn't that awesome how fast that comes out? I just love it. Pulling my fries out of the grease. Time to pull the burgers off the grill. Got all the toppings you can ever imagine, all the condiments, different kinds of buns. We go all out when we have burgers. Look at that cross section. Oh man, I really want a venison burger now. Bon appetit! That's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this cook with me. I hope you make these meals. As always, I will link the recipes to my blog. You can find that link in the description box. The chicken soup was the only one I have an actual recipe for. The other ones I kind of just made up, so I'll do my best to get those onto a PDF that you can download if you would like to have those. As always, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give me a big thumbs up, leave me a comment. That helps me know that you guys are enjoying this so I can make some more in the future. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!